In a facility designed for repopulation, the day following the event that led to the extinction of humans, there exist 63,000 human embryos, but no living humans are present. Mother, a droid, is on a mission to raise the new human population and is getting ready to raise the first human being after the event. She opens the canisters containing the embryos, takes out the first one, and places it in a gestation chamber, which will incubate for 24 hours within an artificial womb. Mother waits as bombs are heard in the distance outside of the facility. Once the fetus has developed into a baby, mother begins raising the child, and the baby is seen growing through its developmental years. The child takes its first steps, cries, runs around, and plays, all under the mother's watchful eye. Several years pass, and the baby grows into a young girl. She makes origami animals with mother, dances ballet, and places stickers on the robot. One day, the child asks mother why no more children are there, and mother explains their existence before the war. The girl expresses her distaste for being human because they ruin everything, but mother responds that they can be wonderful. The little girl, confused, asks mother why she only made one human. Mother proceeds to take her to the embryo room to show her the rest of her siblings. The little girl then curiously asks why these embryos couldn't be born together with her, and mother responds that mothers need time to learn and raise a child. 13,867 days after the event, the repopulation facility now has one human occupant. The little girl's name is Daughter. Daughter is already a teenager. She wakes up and watches some videos on her tablet while having breakfast. Mother comes in, and her hand starts to glitch, so Daughter insists on looking at it. Daughter fixes mother's glitching hand without a problem. Later, Daughter practices ballet and attends an ethics class with mother as the teacher. Mother asks her to solve a difficult hypothetical situation, but the girl is distracted by her thoughts. When she eventually discusses the subject with mother, it becomes apparent that mother's main focus in her education is the concept of humanity and survival. Mother is worried about the way Daughter answers this particular question because Daughter has an important exam coming up soon that would reveal the efficacy of her upbringing. That night, Daughter is watching a clip from a talk show when a power outage occurs in the facility, surrounded by absolute darkness. Daughter turns on her flashlight and goes looking for mother. The girl finds her but soon realizes that mother is out of power too. Daughter finds a broken power line and hears a mouse running around. She sets a trap and manages to fix the power issue. While she waits for the power to come back on fully, Daughter catches the mouse in a jar. As soon as the power comes on, so does mother. She finds Daughter, and the girl shows her the mouse. The little critter worries mother because it might mean a breach in the facility's airlock. That would mean the contagion from the air outside might leak inside, and the mouse might be a carrier too. Despite Daughter's protests, mother incinerates the mouse, explaining how dangerous contamination of the facility might be, not just to her but also to the embryos. Mother also decontaminates the airlock and quarantines the area. Daughter, sitting on the floor, banters with mother. Mother makes a joke, thinking Daughter has forgotten that her dirty clothes are supposed to go in the laundry. Daughter comments that mother's humor is getting better. A few days later, they celebrate Daughter's birthday, and mother gives her a gift. New pajamas because mother had to throw away the other ones, thinking they were contaminated from the previous day. During Daughter's birthday dinner, she asks mother if there is a possibility that she is wrong about the habitability of the planet. The droid reminds her that going outside could make her dangerous for Daughter and she would need to be destroyed. Mother, noticing Daughter's uncertainty, expresses that she just wants Daughter to be happy. The same night, as mother powers down for the night, Daughter explores the area around the bunker's airlock. She looks through the window of the first hatch, and when she doesn't see anything, she puts on a protective suit. She hears something outside, so she removes the mask and opens the first hatch. Daughter gets close to the other hatch when she hears a woman screaming for help, saying she's been shot. Daughter quickly gets another suit, places it in the airlock, and when she's safely out, she opens it. Suddenly, an alarm goes off, waking mother as well. The woman enters the airlock, and Daughter tells her to put on the suit. Then the woman begs her not to tell mother. Daughter agrees, and when the droid arrives, she says that she opened the hatch for just a second and did not go outside. Mother scolds her and, as a form of punishment, decides to give her the important exam at that instant. Mother gives Daughter the exam, which takes an hour to complete, while she tends to other things. As soon as mother leaves, Daughter sneaks out and returns to the airlock, finding the woman unconscious. She shuffles through the woman's bag, finding a gun that she tucks away behind her. Daughter then wakes the woman up, telling her that she'll give her all the medicine she needs but that they can't stay there. Daughter provides the woman with some water and removes her mask to drink it. Daughter protests at first, questioning how she survived the contagion outside, but the woman is confused. Daughter manages to hide her away in another part of the facility before Mother returns to the airlock, leaving the woman to retrieve the medicine. While organizing everything she needs from the infirmary, Mother finds the mask near the airlock. Daughter accidentally knocks a table over, spilling several pills onto the ground and breaking the medicine bottles. When she hears Mother passing by, she tries cleaning up the mess but cuts herself on a piece of one of the medicine bottles. The woman takes out the rest of the suit and sees Mother burning the mask in the incinerator, panicking and searching for her gun. When Daughter returns, the woman sneaks up on her and asks for her weapon, frantically telling her about the droid she saw. Daughter says that it's Mother, but the woman tells her that droids like her mother were the ones to hurt her. Meanwhile, Mother notices that Daughter isn't taking her exam and comes looking for her. The woman hears her coming and grabs the gun, and when Daughter screams for Mother, she grabs her too. Mother sprints toward them, and as soon as she enters the room, the woman shoots her. Before she can do any serious damage, however, Mother reaches her and incapacitates her instantly. Daughter begs her not to kill the woman and tells her that she needs their help because she's hurt. Mother doesn't have a problem helping the woman but does have a problem with Daughter lying to her. She orders Daughter to wait outside. They take her to the infirmary, and Daughter tries to listen to their conversation, but the room is soundproof. Mother talks to the woman while she treats her. The woman refuses the penicillin for her wound, finding a metal rod as a weapon, but Mother keeps trying to converse, saying that the woman will lose more blood if she doesn't trust her. Mother says the contagion story was a necessary lie to guard Daughter against certain things. Mother tells the woman that her primary objective is to take care of humanity, but if she refuses treatment for her wound, Mother can't do anything to make her take it. She leaves the infirmary with Daughter running after her and asking about their conversation. Mother puts the gun away and explains her version of the story about the droids. She tells Daughter that she needs to lie to her to protect her from danger outside the facility. Furthermore, she says that the parameters that govern her are different than those of the droids outside. Daughter asks what they want, but Mother doesn't know. Daughter has a hard time processing the new information, but Mother tells her that if the woman had shot her a few millimeters further, she would have destroyed her central processing unit. As Mother tends to Daughter's wound on her hand, she asks if the woman mentioned any other survivors. Daughter says there's no one else and thinks the woman might listen to her more than she would Mother. Later, she goes through her bag, and she finds a book with portraits drawn in it among a bunch of trinkets. Daughter flips through the book and finds one portrait particularly interesting. She goes to the infirmary to talk to the woman and asks about the drawings. The woman's suspicion of Mother can be felt, as she thinks Mother told Daughter to go through her stuff and question her. Daughter stands her ground, defending Mother, even when the woman tells her about all the horrible things that the droids have done. After talking with the woman, Daughter finds Mother repairing herself. She apologizes to her for letting the woman in without thinking of the consequences. As always, Mother is full of compassion and understanding, allowing Daughter to ask all the questions about the similarities between her and the other droids. Daughter tells Mother that the woman is getting worse, so they both go to see her. Mother tells the woman that she waited too long to take the penicillin, so now she would need to get surgery, or her infection would get worse. The woman refuses to let Mother touch her, so Daughter volunteers to perform the surgery instead. Daughter puts on a protection suit and attempts to perform the surgery under Mother's supervision. However, the woman refuses anesthesia, which would make it extremely painful for her. She can barely even make it through Daughter cleaning her wound. The woman looks away as Daughter calmly performs the procedure, taking out the bullet. Afterward, Daughter gags as she stumbles out of the room. Mother praises her work and leaves to clean up the blood. Later, Daughter watches more talk show videos while waiting for the woman to wake up. When she does, she almost removes the IV from her arm, but Daughter explains that it is a saline solution. The woman gets curious about what Daughter is watching, so she shows it to her. She then gives the woman some food, which she practically devours, and thanks the girl for everything she's done. They continue to talk and bond as Mother observes them from afar. The next day, Daughter is still in the infirmary, sleeping beside the woman. The woman is looking through the portraits in the book when Daughter wakes up. She insists the woman can trust them, but she reiterates that only Daughter has helped her so far. The woman tells a story about living in the mines and hiding from the droids with her brother, Jacob, right before the woman arrived at the bunker. Jacob led the droids away while the woman escaped. She shows daughter portraits of Jacob and his wife, Rachel. Daughter asks about a specific portrait, finding out about Simon, who is around daughter's age. Daughter keeps insisting that they should bring the survivors to the bunker, but the woman says the mines are safer and gives her the option to join her and the others. Mother interrupts their conversation and tells daughter that the woman needs to rest while she needs to do her exam. As the two of them leave the infirmary, mother tells her that the bullet fired at her chest matches the one daughter extracted from the woman's wound. Droids don't use the same type of gun, so mother implies that another human might have shot the woman, possibly with good reason. Daughter is worried by the information but doesn't share the woman's secret. Daughter takes the exam, while mother investigates the woman's belongings. She activates a locator, placing it inside the bag. Daughter takes the physical and medical parts of the exam. Once complete, mother tells daughter that her results are better than ever. As a reward, daughter is able to pick an embryo, fulfilling her wish for a sibling. Mother commends her for being patient over the years and demonstrating great character. Daughter chooses a male embryo and puts it in the gestation chamber, which sets the timer for 24 hours until the baby is fully formed. Mother and daughter have a nice moment together. The woman makes a weapon when daughter comes back to the infirmary to confront her. The woman instantly makes daughter doubt mother's story about the bullet, convincing her to check for herself. So, later that night, daughter takes mother's broken hand and uses it to open the cabinets where the bullets are kept. Making the side-by-side comparison, daughter notices that the bullets are different sizes, so mother did lie to her. While still in the storage room, she finds a drawer with no label. Inside, she finds documents labeled for embryo number 2. Daughter checks the embryo containers and realizes that she wasn't the first, but the third child that came out of that lot. The documents state that the subject was a failure, but the child in the photo looks like daughter as a child. Daughter also checks the incinerator for human remains and finds a human jawbone between the ash. The document lists the subject as aborted, which breaks daughter's world apart. Upset, she talks to the woman again, admitting that she was right about everything. The woman reassures daughter that everything she feels is natural and human, unlike mother, who feels nothing for her because she is a droid with no feelings. That prompts daughter to ask how long it would take them to get to the mines, for she has made up her mind that she will go with her there. However, she wants to wait for her brother to gestate fully so she can take him as well. Daughter is afraid about leaving him, as well as the other embryos, alone with mother. They decide to wait for him to be ready, then return for the others later. The next day, daughter packs the supplies for their journey when mother catches her doing it. She tells her she's taking them to spend time with her brother, so mother takes her to the kitchen to show her how to mix his formula. Daughter gets anxious standing next to mother, who comforts her by saying she will make a great sister. When mother leaves the kitchen, she locks daughter in, now knowing what she and the woman plan to do. Mother goes to the infirmary to confront the woman while daughter tries to escape. Mother plays a recording of the woman's previous conversation with daughter. She explains that she doesn't want daughter to have a miserable life and refuses to let her go. Daughter quickly freezes the glass while the woman seizes an opportunity to attack mother, momentarily incapacitating the droid. But she recovers, grabbing the woman by the throat. Meanwhile, daughter activates the fire alarm, which draws mother's attention, and she releases the woman from her grip. As the droid investigates the possibility of a fire, the woman escapes and finds daughter in the maze of the facility. She convinces her that they will return for the others if they escape the facility and get the people from the mines to help them. They get to the airlock, but mother quickly finds them. When she sees her approaching, the woman grabs daughter as a hostage to make mother open the door. With no intention of hurting daughter, mother complies with her demand. The two of them escape from the facility. Suddenly, daughter is confronted with the realities of life outside and attacks the woman. The woman subdues her and tells daughter that they need to find cover. As they walk toward their destination, they are immediately tracked down by the droids. They quickly hide in a cornfield, and the droids leave. Daughter asks the woman about the cornfield, and she tells her that it showed up with the other droids 6 months prior. Before that, humans could hardly breathe the air, and there were no plants. After a long journey through the desolate landscape, they arrive on a beach with a massive shipwreck and tons of cargo containers scattered everywhere. It's daughter's first time seeing the ocean. It doesn't take long for daughter to see that the woman actually lives in one of the containers with a dog. The woman confesses that she fled the mines years before because the people living there went mad with hunger. There is no hope of finding them. Daughter feels terrible for leaving the bunker and slaps the woman for lying to her. Later, daughter sits on the beach with the dog. Even though the woman does her best to convince her to stay, daughter eventually leaves her behind and goes back to the facility by herself. When she arrives in front of the facility, the dozens of droids guarding it aim their weapons directly at her heart. However, when daughter demands to speak to mother, they let her pass without an issue but stare at her as she walks in. She immediately disables the door as soon as she enters, stopping the droids from coming inside. Daughter grabs an axe and starts looking for mother when she hears her brother crying in the distance. Daughter tries to hide, but mother notices her presence, telling her she's glad to have her safe at home where she belongs. Still holding the axe, daughter comes out of her hiding place, demanding to see her brother as mother is holding him. Mother tells her to come closer. Mother explains her purpose for daughter and the whole facility, telling her that her objective was to make a better human, superior to the ones that destroyed the planet. Even though she was the one to ultimately create the extinction event, mother did it all to elevate her human creators to a higher level. Daughter approaches mother, dropping the axe and holding her brother. She confronts mother about the way she handled the other children before her. As she gets increasingly protective over her brother, mother tells her that she's holding the baby too tight. Mother walks toward daughter to take the baby back, but she flees the room, trapping mother with one of the lab's doors. Daughter temporarily escapes into a different room and finds a gun as the other droids begin breaking down the airlock. Daughter accidentally drops the bullet for the gun, which slides under a shelf. Mother tries to free herself from the door as well when daughter shows up in front of her with the gun, telling her to call the others off. The droid explains that there is no difference between her and the other droids on the planet. They are all a single consciousness with numerous bodies. Daughter lowers her gun, realizing that mother did kill everyone. Daughter begs mother for a chance to show her what she is capable of and to allow her to raise a family, as mother taught her to do. The droids stop breaking down the airlock as mother tells daughter how to disable her, saying she won't need her anymore. After daughter shoots mother's CPU, she breaks down and cries, still carrying her brother. Simultaneously, the woman finds the tracker in her bag, and mother shows up at her home in the body of one of the droids. She asks the woman if she remembers her mother, curious that she survived while others have not. She tells the woman that she has fulfilled her purpose, closing the door of the cargo container. In the ending, daughter is seen caring for and singing to her brother. She checks on the rest of her siblings in the embryo room and is now responsible for all of them. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.